Hello, children. A very pleasant good morning to all of you, and welcome back to our geography class. In our geography class, we are discussing about the lifelines of national economy, right? In part 1 and 2, we have discussed about the lifelines, importance of lifelines, and the classification of roadways. Those are national roads, state roads, district roads, rural roads, one border roads, right? And in the today's class, you'll be able to learn about the road density and also the classification of railways. Okay, let's go ahead. So here you can see the distribution of roads, children. Children, in India, distribution of roads is not uniform. So this distribution can be assessed or measured with the density of roads. What's the meaning of density of roads? It's nothing but the length of road per 100 square kilometers of an area is known as density of roads. What's the meaning of density of roads, children? The length of road per 100 square kilometers. It means in the 100 square kilometers, if you measure the road, how much length you'll get, no, that is called the density of road in that area. So the density of all roads is not same in all the states, children. It may, for example, if you take Jammu and Kashmir, it is just 10 kilometers per 100 square kilometers. Okay, but the length of density, the density of roads in Kerala is 375 kilometers in 100 square kilometers. So you can understand the way distribution varying from state to state, because Jammu and Kashmir is on the mountains, but the Kerala it's on the plains. Okay, so that's why the road density varies from place to place and state to state also. The national average road density is 75 kilometers. It means the overall road density, average road density in India is 75 kilometers. Okay, but children, road transport in India is facing a lots of problem. So keeping in view the volume of traffic on the roads, if you go to the cities like Hyderabad, Chennai, the metropolitan cities are there, no, children. So the volume of traffic is much high. So on roads, even passengers also, cars, not only vehicles but also the passengers, those who are going on foot. So they are in large volume of traffic. So the road network is inadequate, children. Road network is inadequate. So because about half of the roads are unmetalled roads. Unmetalled roads means what? Kacha roads. Okay, na? So these unmetalled roads, children, they limits the uses of theirs during the rainy season, because these unmetalled roads, they become muddy and they are not easily available for transportation at during rain season. Next problem is the national highways also inadequate, children. There are no much national highways also. The next disadvantage problem is the roadways are highly congested in cities. Cities you go, how many culverts you build, or how many bridges you bring, how many flyovers you build. Okay, even then also the roads in the cities are highly congested. Okay, and the bridges and culvert is also very old and narrow. They're very narrow. They could not able to satisfy the needs of the growing population. So now let's come to the next lifeline, children, next mode of transport, that is railways. So you all know that railways are the most important mode of transport for freight. It means that is goods and passengers in India, right? Yes. Children, now let us discuss the advantages of railways in India. Railways make possible for people to conduct multifarious activities like business, sightseeing, pilgrimage, etc., along with the transportation of goods over long distances. It means it enhances the tourism. If you want to visit Araku Valley, you can go by a glass train. Yes, so it enhances sightseeing and pilgrimages also. People very often they go to Tirupati, they go to Shirdi, like that, no? So it also helps the people to go for longer distances. Okay. Apart from this, Indian railways have been a great integrating force for more than 150 years. It means Indian railways has been established before we got the independence. Okay, so railways in India bind the economic life of the country, as well as the accelerate the development of the industry and agriculture, because These railways, they supply coal and other raw materials to the industries, and they also transport or shift these finished products to the market. Okay, and for the agriculture, it provides raw materials, like they transport the goods, product finished goods. It means the rice or the wheat to the distant places. Okay, in that way, it children helps for accelerating the development of industry and agriculture. The Indian Railway has a network of about 7,137 stations, children, which spread over a route length of 66,687 kilometers, with a fleet of 11,122 locomotives and 54,506 passenger service vehicles, and 6,899 other coach vehicles, and 2 lakhs 51,256 wagons as on March 2016. So by March 2016, these much of fleet of railways we are having, children, trains we are having. Okay, so Indian Railways is the largest public sector undertaking in the country, children. So the first train streamed off from Mumbai to Thane in 1853, covering a distance of about 34 kilometers, children. So this was the first line which was streamed off from Mumbai to Thane, which was built up in between Mumbai to Thane, in which year, children? 1853. So the covering a distance of about 34 kilometers. Now students, let's have a look at the table to know the Indian Railway network running on multiple gauge operations extended over 66,687 kilometers route. It means the 66,687 kilometers route, how this Indian Railway network on multiple gauges. For example, this Indian Railways consists of the three types of gauges, children. That is the broad gauge, metro gauge. Here given meter gauge, so it's not meter, metro gauge, and narrow gauge. So their route and running tracks is also given in detail here. Okay, so see it clearly and understand. The Indian Railway is now reorganized into 16 zones, children. So distribution pattern of the railway network in the country has been largely influenced by the physiographic, vast level land, high population density, and rich agricultural resources provided the most favorable condition for the growth of railways. Children, if you want to establish or lay down any railway track, you need a level land, vast level land, and that area it should contain dense population. It means thick population, and also rich agricultural resources. So if these all conditions are available, no, children, then the growth of railways is much possible or much faster. Okay, in the hilly tracks, like hilly areas, hilly terrains of the peninsular region, railway tracks are laid through low hills. Through low hills, they can lay the railway track. For example, if you go to Araku Valley, no, so the railway track was laid on low hills. Okay, gaps or tunnels also sometimes they can lay the railway track. So now let's find out the regions with the sparse network of railways. Himalayan regions, for example, see here, Himalayan mountainous regions too are unfavorable for the construction of railway lines due to high relief. You all know that the Himalayas are the highest mountain peaks. They have sharp peaks. So, and also sparse population, right? So because of sparse population, the economic opportunity is also less. So due to the high relief features and sparse population and lack of economic activities, children, led to the unfavorable conditions for the construction of railways in the mountainous regions. Okay, likewise, it was difficult to lay railway lines on the sandy plains of the Rajasthan. Sandy plains of Rajasthan, no, on the sand it is not possible to lay the railway track. And swamps of Gujarat swamps means what? Muddy area, wet area. So that area is also not possible for laying of railway lines. And next, forest tracks, the areas where the land is covered with thick forest, no, so those areas also it's not possible to lay the railway tracks, children. So in which countries you can find the forested tracks, children? Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Orissa, and Jharkhand. Now, the development of the Konkan Railway along the west coast has facilitated the movement of passengers and goods in the most important economic region of India, children. Children, though the Konkan region, it means no Sahyadris, Western Ghats, having the mountains, children, because of the economic activities over there, so they have constructed the railway lines through passes, which we have discussed earlier, right? So they facilitate the movement of passengers and goods, and it is the most important economic region. No, that's why somehow they have developed the railway track over there. So presently, so like this matter, you can see here by constructing bridges or dams, like bridges. No, they can make the railway to go so quickly and connect the places also so easily. Now, presently, the railways have become the most important in our economic national economy, children. Okay, so other than other means of transport put together. However, railway transport suffers a lot of children problems, such as passengers know they travel without taking tickets, and thefts and damaging of railway property. They steal some things of the railways, stopping the train by the pulling the chain unnecessarily. Some people know for fun they stop the train by pulling the chains, and also delaying from the scheduled time. Usually we see the trains in India, they run very lately, right? So that delaying from the time schedule also is another drawback for the trains, children, passenger trains. Okay na? Thank you.